We are Group 1 and this is our Superstore presentation. Our objectives. First, implementing a big data solution. Superstore is at risk of crashing out of a hyper-competitive market, needing to adopt big data solutions like industry leaders, meaning that it's important to identify Superstore weaknesses and opportunities in order to create a successful launch international. Second, analyze products and discounts. Superstore should manage the products they offer and discounts they give to increase profits. Third, country analysis, using various external datasets to determine which foreign market the company should enter. Fourth, and lastly, in-store strategy, utilizing and implementing ILabs with physical stores, which can give insights on customers and in-store strategies that could be duplicated while entering another country. Our hypotheses. First, certain brands are driving down profitability and Superstore should cut them from their catalog. Second, Superstore is offering discounts on low-margin items and for customers who are purchasing a small amount of products. Lastly, Superstore can cut shipping costs by offering in-store pickup. When looking at our first hypothesis, we decided to look in Superstore segments and subcategories to see if any lacked generating profits. We realized that some subcategories were unprofitable, like tables, which is unprofitable in all three segments.
We then decided to dig in deeper. Once we have identified some of the unprofitable subcategories, we noticed that some products are unprofitable and some are profitable. So with this information, we know that some subcategories are becoming unprofitable because of those products. You can see here in this visualization that within both unprofitable and profitable products offered at Superstore, we have an original profit of $286,397. We would then switch over to our Superstore potential profitability. So if we eliminate all the unprofitable products in every subcategory, we then realize that Superstore can create a potential profit of $442,472. So Superstore, by eliminating its unprofitable products, could increase its profits by about 55%. We do realize that by eliminating some products, Superstore could potentially lose customers to competitors that offer those products. And when looking into this problem, we discovered our second hypothesis. Superstore is offering the wrong discounts. As you can see here in this visualization, binders are a low profit margin item and have a high discount rate. Their discount rate is currently averaging at 37.23%. So when looking into the discounts, we decided to capture the same visualization as the unprofitable products and profitable products. As you can see here, when just looking at the unprofitable products, we capture an average discount of 47%. And then when shifting over to our profitable products, we capture an average percent of 8.21. Superstore should either reduce or eliminate the types of discounts it's offering to these products in order for it to increase profits. Superstore is losing money because of these high discounts, and we recommend Superstore offer discounts on items they predict consumers will likely purchase. For example, when a customer purchases a copier, Superstore would then offer that customer discounts on ink. Another aspect that Superstore is offering the wrong discounts is captured here in visualization. You can see that Superstore is giving an 80% discount to Carol Triggs for only one office refrigerator. Superstore loses a profit of $153 because of this mismanagement of discounts. This is only one example of various situations where Superstore is offering high discounts for only a low amount of products purchased. We would recommend Superstore offer high discounts to those customers buying a variety or a high amount of products instead of offering discounts to customers who only purchase one item and receive a huge discount, like in this example. Our last hypothesis focuses on the cost and convenience of shipping online and picking up in store. In the first graph, we realize that there's profit to be made in getting items to consumers early, although more people seem to be buying standard class shipping instead of first class, same day, or second class. And we can see here that there's $164,089 being spent on standard class versus these other types of shipping because of the cost associated with the first class, same day, and second class. A potential solution to both increase profits by getting the products quickly to consumers and keeping the cost associated with it low would be to offer something similar to Walmart's lockers. Our team went to a Walmart that is utilizing these lockers. We interviewed an associate, and during that interview, the associate explained how easy and efficient it is to use this locker and how they seem to actually like working with this technology. They also said that this locker carries about 300 products within the system, and it stores the product within the locker itself. And if it isn't in the locker, the associate would go around the store and pick up the item and place it in the locker in order for it to be ready to be picked up. If they have the product in the store, the customer can pick it up that same day. If not, the product could be delivered to the store within 2 days. All products picked up from this locker are shipped for free, offering an innovative solution to get products to customers quickly and affordably. Our team also interviewed a woman who ordered a product that was delivered to the locker and picked it up during her weekly shopping day. While she was there to pick up her product, she also decided to go around and make use of this trip and shopping within the store. Superstore can use the similar technology to increase store traffic by promoting the use of this locker associated with a shopping day.
So for our country analysis, we used data sets from 3 different organizations. We used ease of doing business scores, corruption perception index scores, and population density data from the World Bank. We used ease of doing business scores because they're general indicators of friendly business environments. They measure things like getting electricity, resolving contracts disputes, and they quantify information that would be hard to otherwise. We also used corruption perception index scores from Transparency International, which are measures of corruption within a country, which is a general indicator of institutional capabilities within the country. We then filtered these scores to only include the top 25% in each category and found 28 countries that met that criteria. We further filtered these countries by population density, limiting our results to countries that had more than 50 people per square kilometer on average. This eliminated economies like Canada and Australia, which although have healthy business environments, have populations that are very spread out. Focusing our operations in countries that are more densely populated, we can reach more consumers at a lower cost because we won't have to ship the products as far and we can open less stores. Now you can see based on this visualization, most of these countries are in Europe. Japan, United Arab Emirates, and Georgia present viable options for entry, but we would recommend staying in Central or Western Europe because it makes expansion geographically easier. Say you're successful in the first country you expand to, it would be really easy to move to the second country because it is adjacent to the first country. Similarly, Europe has a common market for any EU member. Most of those countries that are highlighted are within the EU. Now, if we just base this on the data, the UK and Denmark look like the best countries to move into initially. But we recommend that Superstore conduct on-the-ground research with and interview executives and professionals within each country to better understand the markets and unique challenges within them. For example, Denmark lacks a sizable population that the UK has. In fact, the amount of smartphones in the UK outnumber the amount of citizens in Denmark by about 9 times. However, countries with less high ease of doing business scores, like Spain and Ireland, also present viable options because of the prevalence of technology or attraction to foreign investment within those countries.
Superstore should use iOLAP to increase sales through the power of big data analytics. How does iOLAP Connect and iOLAP Flow work? When customers enter the store, they join guest Wi-Fi by signing up their email address or choose to sign up their social media account. By doing so, Superstore can get demographic information such as age, gender, and interest from customers who have opted in using their Facebook accounts, what they have liked on the platform, and which pages the follow gives Superstore valuable information about who they are and what they want. Superstore can also learn more about customers based on online surveys. Do customers add on certain promotions more than others? And what are the correlations? What they buy gives Superstore insight on what type of products they like or use more. And all this information is important to figure out who your customers are. Once you begin to see patterns in the data, you can then start rolling out a possible strategy with your marketing campaigns. ILF floor is collect anonymous data to measure how many people visit your stores and at which time. This gives Superstore an understanding of how long, how often, and where your customers spend their time at your locations. Everyone in a company needs to be familiar with ILabs, not just analysts to make sense of what ILab provide to Superstore, or the managers that make decisions with the data. Even hourly associates need to be familiar with how ILabs work at least the survey level, because they are the first point of contact with the customers. They should be able to correctly describe how ILabs work, what it does, and Superstore uses it to improve customer experience. Using this cluster analysis, Superstore can use the data gathered by ILabs in the profitable locations, and they implementing those strategies to the less profitable ones. We can further implement this when going abroad to capture strategies and input from profitable locations and implement them in less profitable locations.
Another strategy Superstore should implement domestically and abroad is a more nuanced and responsive commission system. Currently, Superstore gives its sales associates generous compensation package with a base salary of $50,000 and a blanket commission rate of 18.4%. Despite this, it is clear to see that sales in certain regions are lagging behind. The Central region is lagging in all indicators, while the Eastern region has the highest percentage of commission quotas met. They are selling less profitable products than sales reps in the Western region. Superstore can improve profitability by offering a more tailored commission system that emphasizes improved performance and lagging indicators. On the East Coast, for example, greater incentive could be given to associates for selling products with higher profit margins. In the Central region, greater emphasis could be placed on customer retention, maybe giving discounts to customers who have previously shopped with Superstore and not to those who are first-time customers. There is also potential to use big data insights from ILabs to gain a more complete understanding of what products are being purchased in different regions, which can help Superstore craft better incentives for their sales associates. Of paramount importance to Superstore should be privacy and ethical data usage. Since we are recommending that the company go to Europe, they will need to adhere to GDPR regulations while operating in the region. Still, our team recommends that Superstore implement GDPR type regulations universally, including in locations in the United States. This is because stricter regulations will probably become normal in the United States eventually, and getting ahead of these regulations will give them a competitive advantage when operating in the country in the long term. Also, Superstore should not hide behind long user agreements and be transparent in how they collect data on their customers. To sum up our recommendations, Superstore should cut unprofitable products from the catalog and focus their offerings on only more profitable products. They could also improve profitability by offering smarter discounts. Instead of 80% discounts offered to consumers who buy one thing one time, we should focus our discounts on repeat customers and offer them in a timely fashion. Superstore could also increase consumer satisfaction by offering in-store pickup. We noticed a relationship between early ship status and customer and profitability. We also found that customers often elected not to go for faster shipping methods when ordering from us. If we made it cheaper and easier to get products quicker, we might be able to improve customer satisfaction, much the way Walmart has with their smart lockers in some of their flagship stores. We also recommend that Superstore implement ILabs so that they can better understand what works in well-performing stores and implement those solutions in underperforming stores. However, iLabs collects a lot of data on their consumers, so we recommend that Superstore place an emphasis on transparency and be upfront with the data they collect on their consumers. Lastly, the region we suggest that this company go to is in Western Europe, because they'd be able to triangulate other countries which they may be able to expand to later.